Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today I would like to show you all our azalea and rhododendron blossoms. The garden is so beautiful this year. Everything is blooming at pretty much the same time, and I just want to show you all of it today. Let's start right here. This is a deciduous azalea and it has these huge white beautiful blossoms with a little bit of yellow here. I love this so much. This is very nice, in full bloom at the moment. They're good for, it's a bit different every year, they're good for normally about a week. This year I noticed that everything blooms really full, but the blossom is not there for that long. So now it's really time to catch it all and to share it with you and show you. That's this one. Then we also have one right there behind you. That's the second one. And these two were replanted to this spot not too long ago, maybe a couple of years ago, and this is the first time that this one is blooming as well after being replanted. The reason for that, I think, is because it gets quite a lot of shade here, maybe a little bit too much, and this is why last year, if I remember correctly, they didn't really bloom or not a lot. So I'm very pleased to see that. This one is not blooming, but that's okay, maybe it will next year. And then just right next to it we have here Japanese azaleas blooming in white. On those the blossom is about to go, but it's still there. They have a little bit more shade, so they're not as full as in other places, which you will see. And here we actually bought a few more of those. It was quite sweet. They came in the box in full bloom. I didn't expect that. So they arrived in a beautiful condition. They were ordered online, so we're pleased about those. We still need to plant them. And in the background here you can see a purple rhododendron. I'll walk through here. Adam is gonna walk around carefully. Also very beautiful on this side here where there's more light, in full bloom. You see these beautiful blossoms. They're all so nice this year. The next stop is here. These are our Satsuki azaleas. We planted them in the last Japanese azalea video, in case you've seen that. And I'm really happy because they came quite small and they have already grown quite a lot, which is fantastic. They do need water. I see it's very hot at the moment, so we'll water them a bit later in the evening. And because I said in the planting video that because they're so small I can't see any blossoms yet, so I was not sure if they will be blooming this year. And look, we have one tiny little blossom. How sweet is that? So that, oh, and here's another one. Look at that, just saw that. In the color is like it's like an orange pinkish, I would say. Another one there. So cute. So I'm very pleased about those. Then next stop is right there where we have loads of white Japanese azaleas and they are in full blossom. Look at that, so beautiful. We planted them a few years ago and they have already pretty much grown together, which is really nice. And I will most likely this year start to prune them so they become one shape and one big plant arrangement. Before we walk to all the other rhododendron, I wanted to show you this one here. This is such a gem in our garden. This rhododendron was planted already when we bought this property here, so we think it's probably 20 or 30 years old. It is not that full because it's shaded out so much by the spruces growing here and by the big laurel that grows behind it, you can see in the background. But pretty much every year it blooms beautifully in red. There's a white one next to it that's already done blooming, and there's another one over there which is not open yet. But this one is the most beautiful one in this like forest setting with these dark red blossoms. So maybe come a bit closer and have a look. They're so big and so nice. And despite the not ideal location, it blooms pretty much every year. So beautiful. Look at that. It's always a nice surprise to see that this one is blooming and to see the red, you know, as you walk past the forest bit here. Now let's walk back out and to all the beautiful rhododendron. So we have evening light at the moment. Sorry in case the white balance is off sometimes a little bit, but that's the best light to film and to show you these beautiful blossoms. Look at that, guys. All the rhododendron pretty much in full bloom. I don't think it has ever been so nice as it is this year. This one here, this is one Adam chose. I remember it was one of the first ones we planted. Oh, look, a bumblebee. Right there. And really big. You're seeing compared to my hands how big these blossoms are. And this one is starting to grow up right now. This used to be more like a creeping one, but now I'm actually happy to see it growing up more than to the side. Then the next one here, look at this pink one. So nice, completely open and completely full with blossoms. And then we'll just turn around before we continue. And I'll show you these as well. Here we have another one blooming in pink. I think that's pretty much the same as the one you just saw, also completely full. This one actually we moved this year. It was at a different location and it's doing so well. It's in full bloom, which is fantastic. Really pleased to see that. And in front of it, this is where all the purple azaleas that we planted in the video are. And this one here was still completely closed when we planted it. I'm pleased to see it is a purple one. This is not always sure that the tag is right with the colors in my experience. And here we have another purple one and then the small one back here in full bloom. And those are the ones that were already here, but they are not open yet. So they will be probably open in maybe a week, depending on weather. Very nice. Now let's walk through and have a look at the other ones. Here is a white one, also completely full with blossoms, already going the blossoms. And then we have this one here and one next to it. Those again do not bloom this year and I'm not sure what the reason is. They like produce the blossom, but then they do not open up. Not sure what it is, but maybe next year will bloom again. Then let's go past this one here, the purple one just opening up. But there's one blossom to show you. Look how beautiful. In light purple with like dark purple inside. And then this one here. How nice is that? Just opened up and also completely full in purple. And the bees everywhere, you can hear the bees. They're so happy about the blossoms. last one to show you, we're turning around again, is this yellow one here. Now this blooms every year, but it has never bloomed like this here. So here the blossom is slowly coming to an end, but look how full it is and how big these blossoms are. So this one, you can see how bent over it is. That's just because of the weight of the blossom. Normally it doesn't look like that. And it's absolutely huge. Look at that. Really, really big and so full this year. Really amazing. So very pleased about this one. This one is getting a bit empty in the middle. This one branch died away. So I'm hoping it grows back out. It's already starting in the middle to come back out. They tend to grow from old wood, the rhododendron, and you can see it here. That's good. So hopefully this will over time grow out again. Right, that's the rhododendron part of the garden. So beautiful this year. And now we're walking up to the or to more white azaleas. So walking past and up here. Oh, this one here. That's the biggest like single azalea we have, with light purple blossoms. Very beautiful. And then walking through to the other white azaleas. Look at this, almost completely open. Those are the ones I pruned last year in the video, and they really starting to grow together. So they have filled blossoms, not just a simple one. They have like more layers in there, and they're so nice and so full of blossoms every year. And then here in the background you can see another deciduous azalea in pink opening up, and this one here, just so in case you're wondering, this is a miniature, a dwarf lilac. Was already here in the garden, not really Japanese, but we left it. It's very beautiful as well. So yeah, here are all the other white azaleas, and now let's move to see more azaleas to the other side of the garden. Now we're on the other side of the garden, and the next stop is the pink blooming azaleas. Let's go there. Past the maples, they have grown so much already. And here you can see this patch of pink blooming ones. They are almost coming to an end, but here you can see these are still really pretty and fresh. So nice. And this is a mix of some different cultivars of some I do not have a name. These few here are the remaining Michiko azaleas we have, and they have been blooming, you see, really nicely this year. Also here, those are Michiko ones here, and we transplanted them from over there, back there where it was too dark, but here they're growing just fine. They have more sun here. And this is a different one with like smaller blossoms, but I don't have a cultivar name for this one here. So also really nice, especially at like midday in full sun. They are really shiny. The pink, it really comes out so well. So this is a beautiful patch. And now the last stop to end the video, I would like to show you the wool grass at our pond. Perfect light to show you. Look at that. You have some wool grass and some Japanese irises growing right next to them. So this wool grass here, this is also like this every year, but again this year it feels everything is blooming so much more than normal. It's so full, it's very sweet. It's yeah, the part of the water plants we have here in the natural wildlife pond. And these Japanese irises we didn't plant here. They have actually seeded out from the ones here. So we have like two bigger ones here, and you see they start seeding out. I do also spread the seeds every year, so that's fine that they also grow in the pond. They are actually water plants after all, but growing them right next to it is also fine. And this is how I want to end the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it brings you joy also to look at the blossom. It's so beautiful. I find it so peaceful and just so wonderful to look at. And thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.